get it lit, we got it hot like fever.
Coach, this is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Right here. 258. You got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Jump out. Mike 51. Mike 51. All right, T, let's go. All right. Switch gears.
Rodgers now on first down. His short throw caught by Goddard. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Madden, 258. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Watch the eye. Get 300. Get 300.
Rodgers now on first down. Caught on the right side by Jones. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Hey, let's go. Defense wins championships, baby. Yeah, live. 51. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, we didn't do none.
Rodgers again now. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 22 and a first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Let's go now. 8, read. Come on. Jim. X3, 218, chop. Ready?
After the turnover, here's Locke. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Rashawn Gary in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. On second down, here's Locke. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Denver.
Okay, ready? 50. Mike 50. Here we go.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Second-year punter Colby Wadman out there now for the Broncos. Trevor Davis deep for Green Bay. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A reminder, coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel. Back-to-back primetime games for them. Monday night they were in New York. Now the Browns head to Los Angeles to take on the NFC champs, Browns and Rams. An 8:20 kickoff Eastern time, 5:20 in California. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
We 19. Back one. 47. Hey, echo. Check, 47. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Now a first down carry by Jones. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Adam Gotsis, the big Aussie, in on the tackle.
2 yards on the pick. It's second and 8 at the 26-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
We own it. We own it. 10-30. Hey, seam 6. Team 6. Let's go. Calm the crowd. Check.
Now Rodgers. It's caught outright by Graham. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
58. I got it. Watch tight end. 3 down, 3 down. 58 to Mike 51. Yeah. You don't want none.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And Adams has it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
To throw is Rodgers. He completes it to Jones. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha. No. Mike 51.
They'll run it with Williams. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Two minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
Last stop.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Right here, guys. Fight 51.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Brings up 3rd and
4. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Tie it right. Go to 50. 3 down. Go, Mike 51. Hey, it's coming up.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. This is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Dallas Goedert, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Now it's Lindsey. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 30 on second down, Locke, and he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Hey, box truck.
On first and 10, here's Locke. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Looking to throw again on second down. Locke completes it to Fant on the right side. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. Block now on first down. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup there, a 22. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Throwing on first down is Locke. They'll find Lindsey here. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
60 yards. Go. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? Bam. What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Hurry. Ready?
Now Locke again. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Phillip Lindsey there. And it's second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Throwing on second and long. Locke throwing the out route and complete. It's Sanders. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back. You draw Porter. Check. Five. Let's go.
Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Lindsey. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
64, weak. Check it back. He's coming. Bravo.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. McManus's point after is good. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, watch this, watch this. Take 30, go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Hey, exit. 51, Mike 51. I'm here all day.
Now Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's go. Super did it. Jump out. Mike 51.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Come on, set, 50, plant.
Second half starts with a run by Lindsey. Room here to run. A huge play there for Denver. 42 yards. Well, this game's ripe for the taking, and that run, I think it means he wants to take it.
Not only does he want to take it, he doesn't care what they're going to do on the defensive side of the ball. You can be prepared for him. He's coming at you anyway.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Hey, Charlie.
From the 31, Locke. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It's a gain of 5, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Here's Locke to throw. He's got his tight end Fant. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Royce Freeman, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, orbit. We go. 47 Mike.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
51 Mike 51. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ready. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Denver.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Ready up.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Head up, 30 base. That's a run. They're running it.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
Recon, 152 fighter. Check. Check. Hot. 51.
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So this defense gets an assist from the goalpost, and as a result, it's going to keep them within 1 score.
Yeah, that looked to be good the whole way. But that is a big break here in the 4th quarter of a football game. Now your offense needs to find a way to capitalize.
Hey, 88.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Open here is Allison. That's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Aaron Rodgers, 3 4th-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers, this short throw caught by Goddard. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike 51.
From the gun on 3rd down. Rodgers caught on the right side by Jones. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Rodgers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
26.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
Check 37. Check 37. Here, Mike. Mike 51. Hey, Zoo. Hey, let's go.
Rodgers again now. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Inside. Hey, Delta. 4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic.
Rodgers now throwing again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, Haywood.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Go, go. Mike 51. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Get up. 51.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Rip right. Rip right. Get it. Guys, fight 51. Mike 51. Hey, take 26. Mike 51.
On 1st down, it's Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 27-yard line.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12.
Back north. 51 the mic, boy. 51.
He's back to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
51 to Mike. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Bravo.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
Hey, high 7.
Take you to school. Joker. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Hey, Mike.
You got time.
Hey, exit.
Rodgers going to go on fourth down. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
First down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Look at the 8.
Here we go.
On the 50.
3 down. Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike 51. Target.
Inside.
Go, Mike 51.
Rodgers to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Hey, Orville.
I'm coming for you. You mine. Slam.
Now Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The Packers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 17.
Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a
Jump out.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21.
Look again.
Come on, boy.
Back to throw. Rodgers. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike.
Get 300. Get 300.
Tight down. There you go. Hey,
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos are close to finishing off this football game.
Let's go. 90 Wolf. Shoot.
The win for the Broncos seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better.